Y'all some motherfucking repoints of RoBs Inferno while the first look. Shout out to my guys and goddesses and high vibrational human beings. You know what the fuck it is for. You know what the fuck it is. Hold up. It's happening, it's happening. Well, here we go. You know, right? As soon as I tap in, you know what I mean? Some siren stuff. Hear the siren. So I want to make a I'm telling y'all, shit don't be a coincidence, y'all. It do not be a motherfucking coincidence. I couldn't make this shit up if I wanted to. Like no bullshit, y'all. You feel me? Shit is crazy. So I can't go live on TikTok. Y'all know they gotta try to fuck up my vibration when I come to y'all. Cause what I'm about to talk to y'all about is gonna be so precious. I'm gonna get it out to y'all. My phone is charged. You know. So they gonna come down. I want them to pass. They gonna come all the way down. Niggas gonna cross. All right. So on my TikTok, right? So on my TikTok, y'all. First off, shout out all my guys and goddesses and all high vibrational human beings. Shout y'all out. You know. Today is a day in general where you can give thanks in general, like every other day, not just today. You know. But on my TikTok, you know, I can mess with it again, but I'm gonna just say they got my shit where it's like on my TikTok, you know how you can press record for like, you get like 10 minutes or whatever. The volume just it won't catch. I know it's not my phone either. I know it's not, because the only thing is with that. Even on my other TikToks, it's not doing it. It's just that one, right? So it's like that. So it's like they got it. So like when I make a video, no matter what I'm saying, y'all can't hear me. And y'all know when they usually cut the volume, like they'll let you know that they cut it, and they'll tell you like a bullshit ass reason, right? But they just be cutting it for me now. They just be cutting it for real. So I want to talk about 3 topics tonight. 3 topics real quick. You know, shout out to everybody that's gonna come in when I start talking about these topics. Feel whatever way. Shout out to trolls. You know, shout out to children first and foremost. You know, I'm gonna try my best to, you know, get this message out the best respectful as possible. You know, what I want to talk about first is, you know, I've noticed like over time, you know, even me in a position that I'm in, but even not in it financially wise, what I'm saying with this, because in like 2020, 2021, like even like the first couple of years me being alienated from my child, like I wasn't even considered what you would say homeless or whatever, right? It wasn't that. It came in at like over time of just being separated from my son, ongoing, you know what I mean? And I eventually got that bad. Like I was going downhill off of just missing my son so much. Like I couldn't understand, like, damn, I don't give a fuck what the reason was that we broke up. Like you did me wrong, but shit, let's say hypothetically speaking, I even did you wrong. Like no, all that's just irrelevant. Like why are you trying to separate me from him? You know, that's how I was feeling. But it's not about her at all. What I'm saying is to say, I've noticed over time, you know, people take so much as a threat. People that have less than from the people that have, you know, the haves and the have-nots, right? Now, you gotta think about it from a standpoint of like this land that was taken from us on this day that some of us are celebrating and stuff today, right? Like all the land was taken from us. We're in a psychological docile state right now, and yet that rope is still being gripped tighter. You know what I'm saying? And you ask yourself, with all the damage that's been done to us, why or how could there still be more being implemented, right? Like how could there be, like we're already damn near destroyed? That lets you know how powerful we are and how we was never inferior to start with. You You know what I'm saying? Even if you didn't know anything about anything. Now, the reason why I'm saying this because the concept goes for what I'm about to talk about right now. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like I said, the haves and the have-nots. Now you're noticing now a lot as we go forward. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. As you're starting to enjoy the rest of your day, going forward and stuff. Like you're starting to notice, like never, like some of the stuff I'm about to say. People gonna be like, oh, it's always been like that, and it goes into the category of like how I was telling y'all stuff is turning up even more as this shit is crashing because people can't take it and people can't stop it either. You know, fuck if you understand it or not. You know what I'm saying? But you're realizing that the people that have less than, really the people, I don't know, I am gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it. I'm trying to say just people that are even middle class, because it is some people that's middle class also that fit this category, but the people that damn near are like homeless, the people that are homeless and damn near poor, they're sleeping in their cars, you know what I'm saying? Like are in the most fucked up situations that, and how the system is set up, how those people will be looked down upon, right? It's really like those people really have the most sense about life and how life really is and how it works. You know what I'm saying? And like what made me want to talk about this specifically on this topic and talk about this and bring this up from the angles that I'm about to speak about it on is like, because you know I was walking by, like I noticed it was few separate things that happened. I forgot the first one, but the second one it was on the same basis, you know, and you know, see, people seem to get offended. I know I am. It is because I'm black and stuff, but in general, people seem because of the system and you know the false narratives of a power around the money because of how you know what we're living and how it's connected and everything. Like people seem that much more offended when they get around you and they know that you're struggling or they can tell, and you're not trying to hide it, and it doesn't affect how you feel about yourself. You know what I'm saying? And they can see that. You know what I'm saying? So even in that much more so of a way, they won't be able to like use it against you basically. Like they won't be able to say, hypothetically speaking, you got like a bag. I got a bag with a lot of stuff in it, right? They won't be able to overlook, like look at it and look at you, and then you know like how most people will be like, once they get noticed that they're struggling with something, like be all like traumatized and shit. Like when they can't use your situation against you like that, people feel inferior, you know. And I'm the reason why I'm speaking on this and what made me want to speak on this for real is because not even just me myself, but I'm noticing this as the system is crashing with like everybody, because I'm noticing a lot more people, stuff that was like of power, materialistic things and stuff, people don't give a fuck about now, you know, or they don't care if how you view them of them having it or not. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter for real. You know, you're seeing that all over the world now, y'all. And like, as you're seeing this shit, it talk about a collapse, like fall of Babylon, right? As you're seeing this, you're seeing it really take a toll on people's mind. It's almost like majority collective of people now, every single time they see. Now this is just my point of view of this, saying, you know, it's like almost like when they see, it's like it started to become now in certain areas and stuff, maybe even of areas of majority of a lot more money than other areas, and urban, and I mean suburban areas, that when they're seeing people struggling, or even more so people with strength that they know that are struggling, you know, like they don't view themselves as inadequate in no way, because they know what they're living in, whether they say it to them directly or not, right? They're starting to get like a shock when they see those people now, and you're seeing it all over the world. Like you're seeing it, like they're feeling like extra like offended whenever they see those people like never before. And you got to ask yourself, y'all, if you know, if you got yourself, I'm not gonna say you haven't made, like everybody that has a roof over their head hasn't made, but if you're not so-called so bad in a situation as of what somebody would look down upon, a majority of people would look down upon, right? Why, when you see those people in that situation, why would you try in any way to inflict pain of any sort to make them feel either bad about themselves or their situation? Knowing them or not, just of the situation alone, and how hard it is, it is for the world alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would say a lot about you, right? Right. So you really got to think what I'm saying right now. Like, you're noticing it now, where it's like it doesn't add up. You know, it's like people are getting more offended than ever around like so-called homeless people and stuff now. Like, even before they might even need to ask for help, just by seeing them like never before. But the reason why is really because that shock is like a reminder of this system that is crashing, by a lot of them having more heart and like not looking down on themselves because they're struggling, because they're knowing what it is, and just them being seen alone, and it being a reminder of what we're living in. You know, that what we're living in could have anybody so bad. You know what I'm saying? Down and out. You know what I mean? Because then it's that side. It's that side of it also. You know. What's up, y'all? It's that. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's that side of it also, where it's like people actually care, right? And people that care, it's hurting them to see you in that situation. So when they see you in that situation, it's like, damn, they don't they feel bad. They feel really, really bad, because not everybody that sees you in a bad situation is looking down on you, or from a bad standpoint, knowing your situation or not, because they just have more of an understanding about life and shit like that. But yeah, no, like you're seeing that, and you're seeing it's a shock. It's damn near like a shock, y'all. And you're seeing that shit like crazy. It's like, damn, why would, if you're just wherever you're at, and you're enjoying yourself, or you just had food or wherever you come across a person that's struggling, why would you feel so the need to like over either over exaggerate a situation, or like say something, you know what I mean, in a way, or y'all I don't even need to say specifically the ways, because I'm saying like broadly right now, but y'all know what I'm talking about. If you know, whatever fits the category of that small stuff that people do to try to spite people that they know that are struggling and stuff. That's always just extra, like, but even more so now at the rate that it's happening, and more often, like more instances occurring and stuff. Like you talk to even a random homeless person, I guarantee you, them not knowing anything about genetics or anything was happening on the planet, they'll say what I'm saying is the truth. That they're even getting more of it and stuff. It's like, but at the same rate, while they're getting more of it, guess what else is happening? We're getting a lot more love also. Where I'm not gonna say, I'm saying because I'm going through a situation myself, but people are starting to be more open-minded also about people going through struggles and stuff. Now in connection to all of this, what I wanted to speak about is this also, because this is a big problem, and I feel like this is even a bigger problem than that. And then I'm gonna talk about what happened when I was in the gas station, and it spoke volumes. Shout out to my Puerto Ricans, but in general, y'all, because what I'm saying about money and how basically the whole point of what I'm saying all this is like money isn't everything besides what's been infringed upon us, right? And this crashing says what that's about already, right? So what I'm saying is, how did we get to a spot in life, right, where whether, and I'm saying from my standpoint because of my situation, but either way it would go. But how did we get to your point in life where money is over the the priceless things that's more important that needs to be instilled in a child as far as their growth and development. Like, how did we get to your point by that? And child alienation is one of them, because these opportunities that get taken, however, with infidelity or without, but for, a lot of opportunities are taken. It's like money's usually involved, yo. Let's just be real. Let's cut it out. But like, what I'm saying from a standpoint of, because a lot of times when somebody will say like, oh, a guy's a deadbeat or whatever, right? A baby father or whatever. Basically, how did we get to your point of settling to feel like just because a man has a certain amount of money or no money at all, that he shouldn't be able to be in his child's life? Like, how did that become a justification just because a person is struggling in a monetary system that they shouldn't be able to see their child? And then there's people even backing that type of activity, that way of thinking. Like, how did we get there, y'all? Like, I really want to know. Because y'all know, like, that's usually, like, the first thing that a woman will say about a man, or talk down on him. She'll be like, he's broke, or, his career, his status. A man could purposely be like, I don't want none of that shit. Fuck struggling in it, reaching for. A man could be like, I don't even want none of that shit, and wouldn't be wrong, right? For real. But a man could say that, right? And that wouldn't maintain the balance of his like mindset towards whether he's deemed sane enough to be around a child. You know what I'm saying? Like whether he has that or not, that doesn't weigh that out. Like, oh, you have this much money, so you're a good father, you're good enough to see your child. You're not making no money at all, or you know what I'm saying, or however you look at money, you know what I mean? This is how much you could see your child or not see your child. Like, hold up, y'all, let this bus pass. I'm trying to get this out to y'all real quick, 'cause I really want y'all to understand what I'm saying. Like, I'm telling y'all some real shit right now. Like, I'm really telling y'all some real shit. Like this is the point that we've gotten to, Like, the risk that we're taking involving more money with no morals to put ourselves in worse situations than prior is insane, y'all. It's insane, It's insane. I'll be the first to say it. Like, that shit is insane, y'all. And like, I hope that the value, I feel like somebody would have said it on here, but I had my volume down when I talking when I first started, but I feel like y'all would have said it. But yeah, so, but yeah, how did we get to this point, y'all? Like, how did we get here? Like, it just doesn't make no sense. Like, when you think about it, like, I would never in my life, like, my baby mother, like, the judges can see all her bullshit, right? And then as my mental's getting more and more better around all her abuse that I took it from her, and I get Zion fully, right? Get my baby fully, right? I would never weigh that out for how much she can or can't see her child. You know what I'm saying? For real, that would have never. She see him as much as she wants. Even if we're separated, much as she wants to come around and see him. You know what I mean? Like, but what I'm saying is, whether she was rich as shit or poor as shit, and wasn't even trying to do nothing with her life, and she was like strung out, that wouldn't even have me feel like, you know what I mean? She can't see her child, Of course, I wouldn't. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, y'all, to get y'all to understand the severity of what I'm saying. She could motherfucking be, could be strung out on heroin. You know what I mean? Of course, I wouldn't let her shoot up if I know she's shooting up and have her with a needle in her arm, right with the baby right there, some shit like that. No crazy shit like that, but But basically, what I'm saying is she could be in a situation that's very rough for people or whatever that would be, and not have money or whatever. That wouldn't change for me, or even be sane enough in my own mind to be like to say, oh, because she doesn't make this much, she can't see her child. Like, that's crazy, y'all. The fact that we've gotten to that way of thinking, that says a lot about, like, but it's like so much stuff is in the same category. It says a lot about so-called society or the damage that's been done to like regular, like real thinking, or what is regular thinking. Like, it's insane, y'all. It's insane. I heard one of the brothers he put on his shit the other day. It was somebody. It was a goddess. She said something like eat my coochie for manifestation or something. How she connected. That was one of the most craziest shit I heard, y'all. I'm not even gonna front. That shit was crazy. But yeah, y'all. I don't know how we got to this point. Like, we've gotten real bad. You feel me? Like, but the fact that we've gotten to this point, that there's mothers out here that are using how much a man has financially, for whether they can see their child or not, is insane. Or any other minute reason. You feel me? Like, for real. Like, that shit is like unbelievable. And I learned so much over the years. I'm so grateful though. I'm so grateful for everything I learned, because like the more, like, what I realized is there's a lot of my BMs out here, like there's a lot of people with that mindset, like the mother of my child out here, even if I didn't date them, even if they're not a woman, even if they're a male, like there's a lot of people out here like that, and I come across them all the time, like how they are. And what I mean by this is like the same way how like she manifested my intuition and for my skin to be so thick with like stuff that she did to me, it's like everybody, when they try to use my situation financially against me, or use anything of the system or their materialistic things to try to make me feel like obsolete or like, desolate, like type shit, like they manifest for me to get stronger. Same way how she did with all the stuff that she tried to do to me. Because what I realized is a woman in general, if a woman, I realized how all the attacks and everything, like trying to basically come against me and be combative, like yeah, like be combative, and what do you call it? And conspire against me, and like all of that energy coming against me like that, that's not like, for you to come against your partner in a way to impress other people. That says a lot about how low your mind state is and how weak you really are. You know what I mean? It says a lot. It really says a lot, And the craziest part about it is I know a lot of people that hurt me and stuff and did things to me, like, y'all can't get out y'all body. You know what I mean? Like the reputation and a lot of stuff that a lot of people said about me and what's coming out, even around court and stuff. I wish y'all well, and it got me a long time to get there. Even as I'm still, ending this whole situation out. But at the same time, I just hope that all y'all learn from this the way I learned from it. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I just hope, because I'm still learning. But it's like I said, it says a lot whether you're trying to hurt people or you're trying to destroy or you're trying to build, right? That's with anything. So like I'm saying is because I love my species, I love life, but I love our children even more, right? You know, even children that's not of like my genetic makeup or anything like that. And money shouldn't decide at all whether or not a person is able to nurture their child, give unconditional love to their child or children. That shouldn't determine that, and we're determining that off of our personal feelings. You hear what I'm saying? And off of relationships that wasn't even started off right. You know, nor was the effort put in the maintain or or keep something that could have blossomed. You know that had potential. Regardless, so I'm saying it's like that. Regardless of whose fault it was, it don't matter. But this needs to be something that's understood. You know, because it's something that's real bad. So I just wanted to say this real quick, man. And I'm gonna tap in with y'all for real. I value and respect y'all, yo.